What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at some hair fiber videos, and I'm going to be providing some commentary in this video. You're going to actually see some of the use cases that I do think it makes sense to go with hair fibers. You're also going to see some examples of when I don't think it makes sense to wear hair fibers. So this is going to be a pretty informational video for you, I think. Shout out to Lord Hair for sponsoring this video. If you are looking for a hair system, give them a check out. It might be the right product for you, might not be. But anyways, let's just jump right into the topic at hand, shall we? Talking about these big boys, hair fibers, you know? All right, here's the first video that we got. This is Transform Bald Guy is the name of the video. So we can see that he's got very significant diffuse thinning going on, and it's pretty significant. He's lost a lot of hair compared to his natural density that he was born with. Let's take a look at what we got going on. So right now we're getting the cut in, doing looks like what will be maybe a fade. Yep, fade, trimming up the beard. Cool. So it looks like we're going to be saving the actual hair fiber work for last. So it looks like the first thing that people with hair fibers do is first straighten the hair, then you actually try to like blow out the hair to get a little bit more volume in it, it looks like, which makes sense because more volume always makes your hair look a little bit thicker to start with. And then it seems like straightening the hair is something that they're always doing. Maybe hair fibers don't work that well with curly hair, but then we get like this little paste that they put in the hair, and then finally the hair fibers, and just a gentle little spritz, through the hair, shall we? So let's see how this finally turns out. I mean, it's pretty amazing, you know, like I kind of poop on these a lot, but it's pretty amazing the transformation that someone can get in a matter of, you know, seconds, right? We're talking about minutes. As we finish up this style right here, I mean, look at what, look how dense it looks. Look how dense it looks. Of course, you know, minutes ago, we know that it was different, but you know, this right here is the final look, and it looks freaking fantastic. Like, I mean, honestly, it looks like a super viable option for a lot of people. Like super thick, luscious hair, right? The beginning look was this down here in the corner. Bringing it back to the intro, right? Like, there's a lot of hair loss. And what I will say about this is that I think it can give amazing results. The big problem that I have with hair fibers is that you can't do as much with them, right? Like, I mean, I know that these jellies protect them from actually just kind of falling off of your head at the first sign of moisture. But I mean, I would not want to be caught dead in the rain while wearing hair fibers. There's no way that I would be able to go swimming, right? Like, this is the kind of stuff that I feel like is limiting a person from going out and living their life, which I've talked about. Like, I actually shaved my head. I completely went bald after getting a hair system because I just didn't feel like I could wear a hair system doing everything, like doing CrossFit, sweating a lot, being in Florida, sweating a lot, mostly, shall we say, sweating a lot. You know, what with this right here, like I know now that with my hair system, I can actually manage it, and I actually don't have a problem with sweating at all. Just follow like some procedures and it's not an issue. But with this, like, there's no way, there is a popsicle's chance in hell that I would be able to do CrossFit, sweat, live in Florida, and use hair fibers. That's just the way it is. I would have to be wearing hats all the time. So for me, that just doesn't make sense. Now I want to show you this video right here because this one is a little bit different. All right, so the first thing that you might notice is this guy has way more hair. Like, he has not progressed to the point of this other gentleman that we just watched. Still has a decent amount. I mean, of course, we have recessions through here, and having curly hair is definitely helping him. But when we straighten it out, we can see like there's still some decent volume in the hair right here. Or excuse me, there's decent density in the hair over here. Definitely not like what he had before. And we can see, you know, it's starting to kind of come and thin out through this back area. But, you know, let's take a look, right? So right now we're going to do the blowout, get some volume back in the hair. And let's just see how it looks, right? Like after getting some volume in his hair, because this right here is kind of the base starting point for us to compare. And to me, like, obviously has hair loss, but does not look nearly as bad as not bad, that's not the right word, but just it doesn't look as severe as the other gentleman, right? So let's see the hair fibers, then I'm gonna provide a little bit of commentary on the end for you about, like, you know, how I feel. Doing a little bit of spritzing right here. I'm gonna speed it up. Already starting to look just like incredibly thick, back to a normal density. Wouldn't know at all that he's dealing with hair loss. Like, you know, this gentleman right here, this stylist, he's like really filling in the sides of, you know, this M pattern that we get with our Norwood recession to just stylize it. And I mean, there's a noticeable difference. Yes, absolutely, there's a noticeable difference right there. So if I was this guy right here, you know, here's the thing. If I was gonna be out and about and then it just started raining and I lost some of these hair fibers because, you know, it just came out in the rain, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I don't think it would be like cataclysmic, right? This other gentleman that we just looked at right here, like going from this to this right here, this result, if we look at his hair when it's wet, this right here, if you went from, you know, full hair to this, so if it was looking like this before and then all of a sudden it's looking like this, you know, I just, to me, that's not something that I feel like is manageable, or it's something that would allow me to go out and live my life. I would constantly be afraid that, you know, I was going to be losing my hair fibers and I was going to return to being pretty much like completely bald. So here's my thing about fibers. I think that they're a great solution for someone that's early in hair loss to add a little bit of density to your hair and to just kind of cover up a little bit of what's going on. Maybe even as a supplement to doing something like minoxidil where you're retaining your current volume. But when it goes to the point of you're actually spending, say, like 40 minutes a day, or let's just say 20 minutes a day, styling your hair because you're blowing it out, you're straightening it, you are putting in the jelly and then the fibers, and like, if you didn't feel confident that if you lost the hair fibers because of sweat, rain, or something like that, that you would actually feel very insecure and like you would want to leave somewhere, or that you wouldn't want to be there, that you want to put on a hat, that's the point that I think hair fibers don't make sense anymore. Is it going to hold you back? Is it something that is actively going to be a thought in your mind? With a hair system, I'm at that point. I don't think about it. I don't go around thinking, oh man, like I'm working out, I hope my hair system isn't lifting up. I know that it looks fine. I know that it looks fine. So here's the thing. If it's going to weigh on your consciousness, if it's going to weigh on your mind when you're out and about, to me, that's a no-go. If it isn't going to weigh on your mind, if it's covering up a little bit of density lossage that you have from hair loss, if it's just a little bit of a supplement and it doesn't matter that much, go for it. That's my opinion. Anyways, what do you guys think on this right here? Do you agree with me? Do you think that hair fibers are viable for some people but not for other people? Do you completely disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below and I'll talk to you guys soon.